Thanks so much for jumping on. So today we're here to talk about your recent album release, Clawfinger as a band, your album release. So kind of before we go into that, I want to take it right back to the start. How did you guys form? What was the process of that?
The process was me and the other guitar player moved to Stockholm to try to uh, have a musical career. It was
Yeah,
back in 1990, and but we didn't really have a clue how to make it.
yeah.
And then we went broke, so we needed to start working. So we started working at the hospital,
Oh yeah,
taking care of elderly people.
yeah,
And in this hospital, we just met up, the whole band. It was a lot of musicians working there because you could work like, next week I can't work, so I gotta go on tour, like
yeah,
that. So it's a lot of musicians working there.
yeah. Wow.
So we made the band out of the hospital, I think late 1990,
Wow.
and started working on songs.
Hmm.
Nobody did rap metal back then, it was like one-off songs, from two or three different artists.
Yeah,
And then we decided to try to make a rap metal album, because nobody ever did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So we had all the songs ready in early 92, I think, and then 93 we released the first record. So we've been around since then. So we are very old.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Your sound is rap metal. Which is such a unique sound, you say, like no one was really making music like that. And, still it's, you guys are kind of pioneering that, which is awesome. How how did that kind of come about? Was that just those influences of rap metal just meshing together?
It was me and the other guitar player that's not doesn't play with us anymore, but
Yeah.
we worked at the hospital, and there was one guy walking the corridors like rapping all the time, And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, check this guy out. We started talking about it, check this guy out. Maybe we should try to use our metal riffs and make him rap on top of it.
Yeah.
You would give it a try? Yeah, yeah, ask him, see what happens. Not many did that, but it's
No.
like, okay, okay. So it's like, Zach, do you want to join us?
Yeah.
So we did some stupid, really, boring riffs, and he started rapping on top of it, and it's like, this can be good. This
Yeah.
can be good. It's not good now, but it can be good. We have to
Has
develop it,
potential. Yeah.
So, so I guess that's the start of it, down to the bone.
Yeah. Awesome. It's so cool how you can kind of hear that and hear the potential in it, even if, as you say, it wasn't there at the start. Like you can just know that it's going to work, and it obviously has because you've been doing it since then.
Yeah, I think also we knew that if we want to make it, we need to be original. We can't be like 90% of Iron Maiden, uh, and like 80% of
Yeah,
whatever band. It's like then they rather buy the real thing.
exactly.
So we try to do something new, to
Yeah,
break through.
yeah, awesome. And while you are doing something new, do you find that there are any influences of your own, any particular artists that kind of have influenced that?
Yeah, I think for Zach it was like Public Enemy.
Yeah,
For us, it's like whatever metal, rock and roll metal stuff, for the two guitar players.
mm.
And Jocke, he was more into like electronic music,
Okay.
like synths and stuff. He's the keyboard player in the band,
Yeah,
and so yeah, so I guess that was the influences. But after a while, when we started working on this and some kind of way found our own personality,
mm.
like if we try to do something that's like not us,
Yeah,
it still sounds like us, if we try to make a country and western song,
Mm.
it sounds like Clawfinger is playing a country and western song.
Yeah.
So it's I guess that's a good thing also,
Yeah,
about personality to
definitely.
make that brand thing.
Yeah, definitely. Because you kind of have your own sound in the music, but it's you who brings that personality to it and kind of
Yeah.
changes that sound, which is cool. And you've had your recent album, Before We All Die, that's just come out this year. How's that kind of feel to have that released and have people listening to that?
Oh, at last,
Yeah.
like, woo.
Yeah.
It's like 19 years since we made an album. The previous album, 19 years ago, was at the end of of the era of selling CDs.
Yeah.
So and after that, it was like, you can't make any money out of
Yeah.
making a CD anymore. So it's more like the an album is more like a commercial poster for us playing live.
Yeah, definitely.
And we are not the biggest band in the world. So it's like, it's cool with all the big artists. They can still make a living out of it. But, on our level, it wasn't possible. So we needed to find some work, and
Yeah.
make it like some kind of way semi-professional.
Yeah.
But also what happens then is like, you don't meet up anymore. You don't meet up like you did before. So it's pretty hard to make music.
Yeah.
But then it's like, we tried to make a song back. We made some songs, 2013, 18 something, and 20. It was like just one-off songs, and
Yeah.
but then we had a meeting with the management, and the manager was getting really tired of us not making an album. So he said, "Why don't we make a new album before we all die?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
And
got the
you're like,
title.
good one.
You got the title.
You've got it. I love that.
Yeah.
That's so
And then it's like, okay, let's try then. Then we started working on it, and
Yeah.
it turned out to be an album.
Yeah.
So in fact, the title is from something completely different from what it seems like today. Because, okay, how can we use this title? Yeah, look at the world today, Look at the environmental problems. Look
Yeah.
at the wars. Look at everything. It's like, it's really suitable. And we got a very good friend, photographer, and a graphical designer to make the cover. And it's
Yeah.
like, this is right. You got it. And then I think, but all the songs are made, without thinking of a concept or anything.
Yeah.
It's only the two last songs is like, we won't have 12 songs on the album. We need 2 more. Okay, let's write one about the war and how they treat the Palestinians. And then we need to have a title track
Yeah.
from Before We All Die. So these are the only like conceptually planned songs. Otherwise, it's a bunch of songs that we managed to glue together to make something out of.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of write in the moment and then the idea comes from there. Did you find that, you mentioned when you last released an album, it was when you were still doing CDs. Do you find that the kind of new era of streaming influenced the way you were writing at all? Or was it kind of the same process and then that just changed how it was consumed?
Completely different.
Yeah.
Because as I told you, we never meet up anymore. If we have to, if maybe once a year to rehearse some new songs.
Yeah.
So this time, when tools like we are speaking now,
Yeah.
you're in Australia, I'm here.
Yeah.
You can also send files. So the whole album is written in separate places. It's like Jocke sends me a beat, I do a riff, I send it to Zach, and he makes some lyrics, and in his home studio makes some vocals, and then it continues going around until it's a song.
Yeah.
So in fact we never met up on the making of this album.
Yeah.
We just sent the files around.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool how you can do that now and, Yeah, it does probably make that easier in
And
some.
also it's a very good thing because then for me it's a good thing at least, but I think for the other guys too. But you
Yeah,
can you can melt an idea. You don't have to stress it. You don't have to go as like, oh, I have to make something now. The clock is ticking. It's
yeah,
costly. We're in the studio. It's more like, okay, let me melt this. I have a coffee. I sleep on it. I go back to work, try
yeah,
to work it, and it's like, nah, it was not good. Okay, tomorrow then. And then
yeah,
tomorrow is like, I come back and it's like, yeah, I got something now, and I send it forward. I forward it to the other guys,
yeah.
and so it's the stress of the clock, the economic, the economics of it is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's really handy. And you also, you do rap metal, and you kind of mentioned before you have a lot of social commentary in your lyrics and in your writing. How do you feel do you ever feel any kind of sense of trepidation with writing about things like that? Or are you just like, you know yourself so well and you just need to put out what's authentic to you a bit?
What's the word? I didn't understand the word
Sorry, as
trepidation.
in like, do you ever feel a bit, worried with what you're putting out, or is it just you're like, this is my stance on this, we've got to put it out?
Of course, we think about it, but
Yeah,
I think it's good to be provocative. And
definitely.
also, Zach writes very direct. He doesn't use metaphors at all.
Yeah,
He writes 99% of the lyrics. We talk about it,
yeah,
but he writes it.
yeah.
Uh, but and but of course we think about it
Mm.
and what's this song, what's this lyrics, and but I think when it comes to being mentally healthy,
Hmm.
I think it's very good to be very provocative as well.
Yeah,
Because then it's like otherwise it's like nobody listens. And it's like if you're provocative, it's like, so what the fuck is this?
yeah,
Oh, I gotta check it out. Hey, what's he saying? Oh, this is weird.
yeah,
And they start listening, and it's like, we get the message through. I mean, we're not here to save the world or anything, but it's more like today I think everybody should stand up, like artists should stand up and
yeah,
say something about all the shit that's going on today. I think it's important, and I think it's few and far between, in fact.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, as you said, it's like so important, and yeah, the ones who do it, I think, do it so well. So yeah, it's awesome to see. And you mentioned you didn't come together at all as you were writing the album, but are there plans to you're touring later this year together?
Yeah, yeah.
How are you looking
We're
forward to that?
we're going first of all, like all summers we've been playing festivals, and this summer as well. So it's like a lot of European festivals,
Hmm.
and then in the fall we go on a club tour. That's the first club tour since 2008, I think.
Wow.
So it's I'm looking forward to 3 weeks in a bus. We
Yeah.
play like Denmark, Netherlands,
Awesome.
Belgium, France, Germany,
Yeah.
Switzerland, Austria, and Czech Republic. I think it's like 3 weeks in a bus. Have our own tour. It's like we've been doing like on maybe three in a row. It's
Mm.
like, but not like a old-fashioned 3 week tour. And I'm really looking forward to that,
Yeah.
to play every day and to play for only our fans. And yeah,
Yeah. Do you
and
have
the ticket sales are going so good, so we
awesome?
are happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have one spot that you're kind of most looking forward to performing at?
um, I think the best club I have played the last year is a club called
Mm.
Z7 in Switzerland.
Cool.
It's always brilliant. Everything is so cool there. It's like all the facilities and the crowd and everything. But I'm looking forward to every gig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't really favorize any
Yeah.
other places.
No, even just, yeah. It's also handy. Like, I mean, everything's so close in Europe that you can just kind of hop around on a
Yeah,
bus one place to the next, which is awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot easier.
It's a different ball game in Australia, I
Yeah.
guess.
Everything's so far away.
Yeah.
Far from each other. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And do you kind of looking back on your career, because you guys have been performing together for so long, do you have one kind of standout performance or place you've toured or anything you've done that was kind of a career highlight for you?
Mm. Yeah. I think it was the first time we did a proper tour
Mm-hmm.
in Europe.
Yeah.
It was we played, everybody was Alice in Chains fan back in '93,
Yeah.
and we got to support European tour with Alice in Chains,
Awesome.
and that was like everybody was just so thrilled, and it was so fun,
Yeah.
to do a whole European tour with them.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Mm. And that's, the first thing we did, is like
Yeah.
the first proper tour is like with your favorite band, it's like,
Yeah.
that was really something for the heart.
Well, yeah, because you get to perform with them and then watch them every night. Like that would
Mm.
be just,
Yeah.
yeah, so good. Is there anyone else, any artists you can think of that would be your dream artist to perform with?
Nah, I haven't thought about it, in fact. It's like, we played, festivals along most of all
Yeah.
the big band, over from like 33 years.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, I haven't thought of it that way.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough. It's cool even that you can play with so many different artists at different festivals like that. And there are a lot of different ones around Europe, which is, yeah, makes it easy.
Yeah. Americans come to Europe in summer often because it's
Yeah.
too hot to play.
Yeah.
The temperature is too high, so it's like in a midsummer, time in here in Scandinavia and in Europe it's like July, August,
Yeah.
June, a little bit.
Yeah.
So then, and that's the festival season here.
Yeah. Do you find a difference? Probably not so much in Europe, but say if you're performing in America or anywhere else, do you find a difference between the crowds that you're performing with?
We never played in the US because we have too provocative lyrics, so they hate us there. So,
They're probably different
and
to
that's
the crowds
okay.
in that sense. Yeah.
I don't mind.
No.
I don't mind. It's fine. And we played South America.
Yeah.
South America, I guess you can say that Chile and Argentina is like maybe it's some kind of way a little bit Europe-ish.
Yeah.
But Brazil is like a different ball game. It's like that's more exotic, more from
Yeah.
it's not European like inspired like Chile and Argentina.
Yeah.
And that was great. It was it's always good to feel different vibes from the crowd, even though it's really we are at a rock concert and people behave the same, every time, but still it was a little different to play in Brazil, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool place to perform, I think. Yeah.
And Japan,
Oh, yeah.
that's different
Yeah.
because we played only one gig in Japan. We flew there and did a club gig,
Mm.
and it was really weird because they were really, headbanging and
Yeah.
going for it. And when the first song stopped, it was totally silent
Really?
because they wanted to hear what the singer was saying. It's like so respectful, so we have to shut up now. So it's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah,
It's
be a
like
bit of a shock.
completely silent. Do they hate us?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. I kind of love that though, because it's,
Yeah,
it's nothing worse when you're really trying to hear an artist at a concert and there's someone screaming in your ear and you can't hear anything.
yeah,
It's so nice that
yeah.
they just respect that.
Yeah, it's like the system in Japan is like respect. Okay, we respect you. We want to hear what you say, so
Yeah.
we shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Awesome. So I'm going to finish off on some quick fire questions for you. Just a couple, kind of get your favorites. So first one, what's your current or all-time favorite album?
Jerry Lee Lewis live at the Star Club in Hamburg.
Nice. And artist?
AC/DC.
Yeah. Yeah. Good one. Venue to play.
What?
Sorry, venue to play.
Uh, well, as I said earlier, Z7
Yes.
in Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah. And place to visit, not necessarily to perform in, but just to visit.
Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt.
Oh, awesome. That's a cool one. You haven't performed there, have you?
No, no.
No, just
I
visited.
prefer to be on vacation there.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Sounds cool. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for jumping on. It was awesome to hear from you and hear about your expansive career so far and just, yeah, still going with it. So, yeah, it's awesome to hear from you. And yeah, thank you so much for jumping on.
Thank you so much for having me.
No
So
worries. Good luck on the
you
tour
take
as
care.
well. Hope it all goes well.
Excuse me?
Good luck on the tour as well.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome. All right. See you
Take
later.
care then.
You take
Yeah, yeah.
care. See
Bye-bye.
ya.